Okay, so I'm just gonna record again to show you a little bit more about what's going on with this game, so, I don't know, maybe you'll want to try it. Right now I'm at the main menu, or the world map, I guess I should say. All of these nodes here are different places that you can go to battle. They're all checked off, mostly because I've cleared all this. I'm back in Chapter 1 right now, so I've cleared most of this, I'm just farming. But, yeah, the checked ones I've cleared. You can see down here, this one isn't checked. And there's this little boss icon here. So, I'm up here. This is where what that red triangle means. I can't quite just click here and go to it. I can click it and see, you know, oh, okay, water enemies. Boss sighted. Okay. I actually have to travel node by node, but you can teleport. Any of these major nodes with the check mark, you can just teleport to them. So you can really go pretty freely around the map. So I'm going to teleport to this boss. Or near him, so I can just go one over and attack him. So that just takes a second. I'll show that in a second, but so you kind of can see what else is going on. Up here is like a stamina gauge. You can see I have 50 out of 50 stamina. Plus 34, I just leveled up, so it replenished my stamina. The old stamina carried over. So I have a bunch of stamina to attack things. You can see if I click this, it says it takes 5 stamina. Your stamina comes back over time. So that's one of those things where you do some missions or whatever, and then you're out of stamina. So you close the game and come back later. Or spend money and buy an elixir to do more. That's kind of how they get you. Before I do this boss, let me show you. Here's cards. If I bring this up, you can see I have decks. And this is like what you take into battle. You have a bunch of different classes here. Hunter, this would be one of them. Here, I'll just go to my very first deck, my warrior. So you have a job card, which is right here. This is what sets up like what cards you can use in your deck. You'll notice all these cards have a sword in the bottom right of them. That means they're warrior cards. This is a support card. There's a lot of stuff I can show you here, but in short, like, say I wanted to swap out my support card, I could click it. Here's all my other cards that I have. They vary in rarity, so like you can see, well, you can't tell from here, but let's look at this guy. So like, this card I just clicked to replace. He's a 4-star and he's level 28. I could replace him with this level 1 1-star if I wanted. I wouldn't want to do that, but that's how the system works. If you long press one of these, you can see a lot of information. The card's level as well as its max level, what its ability is. That's really what the card is. By bringing it, you bring that ability. In this case, Flame Blast, which I have at level 8, out of max level 8. There's talents here that you can unlock, or skills, I mean, that make the card better. Whole bunch of stuff. A lot of things to think about. If I go over here to cards again, you can see there's fusion, which you would use that to like feed one card to another card to make it improve in some way. And then augment, which is where you would use materials to improve the rarity. You know how I showed you there was like 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, which was independent of the card's level? That's its rarity, and it's what dictates how powerful it's able to become. There's a lot more to it. I think that's enough. So you click home. Home will bring you back to wherever you're at. In this case, the world map. Before I click this boss, I'll show you real quick. If I click this globe down here, this is how you go about major areas of the game. So you have this world here. There's chapter... Oh, here we go. Chapter 1, which is where I'm at, because I backtracked. Chapter 2, you can see they both say cleared. You go around, you can find other places. An exploration area you go to get upgrade materials there too. Challenge areas, you can bring up a list view down here. You can just easily see, so you don't have to spin the world around to try and figure out where you're going. You can just find what you want. Anyways, we're going to go to Chapter 1, because that's where I'm at and where I want to be. And we're going to attack this boss. So you can see the difficulty. I have it on, you know what, I have it on easy, or normal. I'm going to bump it up to hard. And I'm going to do that because my decks are pretty good, and I can handle it, and because you get better rewards. So it's on hard now. You can choose which kind of deck you want to take. Now, This is a water boss, so I want to bring fire, because fire counters water. It's kind of weird, they work both ways. Fire counters water and water counters fire. Anyways, I need to bring a guy who has fire and water. I'll explain that in a second. There we go, my warrior, level 94, cool. This is the card rental. Now everyone who I've added as a friend, they provide a rental card that I can choose to take with me in a battle. I have everything I need, so this isn't too important. I'm just going to pick something. None of these are warrior cards, so I'm going to refresh it. You can take an out-of-class card, like I could bring a mage card as long as it's an element I can use, but it won't be as effective. Here we go. Area fire attack, 4-star. Yeah, let's rent this bad boy. So now it's going to load. This is the loading screen. Here we go. Turn off auto. Now you can see time kind of slows down. What you're doing is you're collecting orbs up here every time you attack. I'll show you. I'll click once. Boom. There's a water orb. Wow, that guy went down quick. Oh, it's probably going to be a lot of small battles before the boss. I'll just kill these guys. So what you can do is just click, 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 and they'll die. These are easy enemies. Now, I broke this bottom bar right here, which means he lost his shield. He's going to take a lot more damage. So I'm going to hit him with fire. Boom. Dead. Yeah, there's not too much to this. It's really simple. You get your orbs up top, you spend them. Mine's all maxed out, so I'm going to spend some of those. You can see I'm on battle 404 right now for this encounter, which is why I'm at the boss. You also get a score, which determines how good your rewards are at the end. This guy's water, so I want to use fire on him. But first I also want to get down his break gauge. But that's going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to hold on to my fire orbs just yet. I'll just start spending them. Now I've earned up enough water orbs to do a water skill, but I don't want to. He is water. However, I can use it for this other purpose I brought it, which is to spend them as a water shield. Resist water is activated now.
I want your blood.
That's the limit break I just used right there. And I'm about to break his shield, so there we go. Now I'm going to spend my fire attack. So right now I'm just going to keep hitting with every spell I get. You can see his break shield went back up because I didn't kill him fast enough after I took it down the first time. Not too much else to say. It looks like I'm going to actually beat him before before his break shield goes down again. And I did. So that's what the combat is like in Mobius. It's not too complicated, but there's a lot more to talk about when it comes to like leveling up your cards and improving their abilities and whatnot. Here you can see the battle results. Apparently I ranked down. I didn't do too well compared to the rest of the community. I'm going to gain some experience, and it looks like this card just leveled up. Now, you'll notice the card leveled up, but then my deck level went up too. It's because your deck level is only based off the collective level of the cards you brought. So I don't really have a level 95 warrior. I just chose warrior as my deck job, and I brought 95 levels collectively across all the cards that I brought. So that's why when this card leveled up right here, my warrior level went up. So that's not set in stone. Your level will change depending on what you bring. Click it again. Here's skill seeds. Oh, I got one of the crafting materials I needed. Awesome. These skill seeds are as a result of which cards I brought again. The cards you bring determine what kind of skill seeds you get for a victory. You can see I have 250 fire, 1000 water. What that is used for is to buy upgrades for your job card. And I'll go ahead and show that real quick, and then that'll be the last thing. And that pretty much will give you a general idea of what this game's all about. There's a whole story to it, which I would show you a cutscene or two if I could, but I've already progressed through what's available so far. So, I'm going to go to cards, decks. Let's say I wanted to, you know who I'm working on right now is my Dark Knight, who I recently unlocked. Pretty cool looking dude. Anyways, you click skill panel here. Now I'm looking at the unlockable skills for my Dark Knight. You can see the ones that I have enough skill seeds for aren't dimmed out. They're lit up. So like I could get plus 10 attack. Could spend 200 of my 250 fire orbs and unlock that panel. Pretty straightforward. You can see I finished everything up here in tab 1. Now I'm working on tab 2. When I get it all and I get this upgrade one down here, it's the last one you get, I'll unlock tab 3. You can see the cost of stuff goes up exponentially, so the longer you play, much more you have to grind to get your upgrades. But then you also are able to get more skill seeds later too as you become more powerful, so... Alright, that's it. I'm not going to go into any other details. There's your big overview of what the game is like. If it looks like something you want to play, check it out, but be warned, it's pretty convoluted.